northwest section, first in Vine, putting towers in right down there when they're supposed to be closer to the SkyTrain, and work your way outward. You got a building sitting at 2165 West Broadway by you.
Hi there, my name is Olena. Today I'm here to help with making the video about coming high rises. And we had a lot of people who told us that they don't like it. They told us this is disgusting. They told us all those coming buildings, coming constructions mess the city up. But no one wanted to speak on camera. I think people are shy, or maybe people are afraid that another people can watch this video and see them and those videos. So no one wanted to speak on camera, but I can speak instead of them. um, in general, we figured out that people are not satisfied with all of those pending constructions.
Here we are. People have given their opinions a little bit about the new buildings. We've talked to maybe 10 or 12 or even more, but they don't want to be on camera. They don't want to be on YouTube. So generally, I would say most people seem like they do not want to see more development here. That would be the general consensus, I think, of what people think about or what they want. So I'm the camera guy, but I'm talking a bit too. I've been in the neighborhood 25 years. I like it here.
About 20 presents, but no one wanted to speak on camera, even for presents. I have heard that a lot of people are not satisfied with all of these constructions.
Right.
They believe that it makes the city messed up.
We did a lot of work. We were there on time. I advertised on 3 Facebook groups with thousands of members. We were there. We had, 14, 15 people at least, basically, who didn't want to see more development here. But they didn't want to talk on camera. One person felt it would, jeopardize his job or income chances, I guess, in the business that he was in. Another lady thought it might somehow get her kicked out of her apartment. I don't know how that would happen. But they didn't want to see all the development, but they didn't want to talk. So we did a lot of work. Can you please pass me that, Olena? Thank you. And you see, I made these signs. I did a lot of research. All of these are local places, all within a few blocks of here. And people had the opportunity to speak and say what they wanted. I did point out to some people that they said they didn't want something. Well, here's a fact of life. If you're opposed to something, if you don't say anything about it, no one knows. So this is a chance, or was a chance, for people to speak. Hello. This is about a week later. I'm trying another spot. This is the 5th spot I've tried. I did get someone to speak a few minutes ago, and I'll wait here for a little bit longer. Maybe I'll get someone else. And that's it.
And they're not supposed to be ripping out all the way down to the northwest section, first in Vine, putting towers in right down there when they're supposed to be closer to the SkyTrain, and work your way outward. You got a building sitting at 2165 West Broadway by you. There's an office building sitting there empty for eight years. Why isn't that being torn down and put a tower in there first? You can build as many as you want along Broadway. And then where do you expect all these people to go live after you kick us all out here from our affordable ranch? You know what I mean? Who can afford your $1,760 below market rental for a bachelor? You know what I mean? When it's like one paycheck is $1,700 and you're supposed to live on the other paycheck. You know what I mean? And who can afford this city? And a lot of things too are so many empty condos sitting there empty. There's empty houses on places that I know have been empty for years in Horseshoe Bay and West Van. You know what I mean? And there's people just pay the tax, they don't care. Sitting there empty.
Right.
and they're gonna kick out the family who lives. All those families live in that nice little one here on Third and U. Where are they all supposed to go? And everyone's supposed to leave, Vancouver and go work, live in the suburbs and take the train in every day. When some of us work in North Van, you know what I mean? It's just too much, too craziness. And it's all about the greed and the money. For all these greedy developers, that's all they care about. They don't care about any of the working class, tax-paying people who are funding all this, right?
Okay.
Yeah, so I just think it's too fast, too soon. Start with your stations, work your way out. You know what I mean? And you can't tear everything down at once. And your so-called rental protection, how good is that? My rental protection is I get to go home to my mom's house where I grew up.
I just spoke to a lady. She didn't want to speak on camera. She was afraid to speak on camera. She felt that if she speaks on camera, the police will come to her door. That's what she said. And she said, you can't do anything about it anyway. So I'm sort of saying what she said.